Well, because so Adom say someone Jibra Mugusu Bedjum on Adom TV, multi TV, so Brass Society Mpensenpensenmu, Jumedino, Yadi Ebro, Fisa Bimse, non Kuno, Airborne, Yina, the Bribia, the Macase, Ya Twajine Waha, Sedebea Ghana, ABC Fakon in St. Andrew's College for Domas or Quantum Kusukra, make out say, and they say, what transfer say, went and Timmy and the moon repay or St. Andrew's College for Edisa, Aquania Betroma, so with Metro, Nov Deck, na BBA Timmy Kokama Ediama. One campus is maybe one mankasim, as seen for soon as if we are signing so, and one aside College of Healthcare about 2-year certificate, nursing, Jumedinum, in Team Israel 0544-830-179 and 0244696911. Now, what team in the one Akasa CD capsules and the ointment, so Jumedation Kukrana Edema CD capsules. A boost your immune system, very supportive. A better say more. And I feel soon a ointment to this house. I want to my beauty because my dear 020-9682-836 or 050-5767-425. Now what team anyone adding it out? Lashibi Shalom Sport about 19 Junction. A ho ana with team anyone a juma. Kel Chaco toothpaste. Your fibra. Near car body training BD bono, nearly 2 years, and an idea. And I bear for conscience friend Kel Chaco toothpaste. To call Joshua, it's not just about any toothpaste, it's about Kel Chaco toothpaste. Now, the video Jamal Quantum Kosokra. Bill Mamen Kel saying it's another quality product from a Samara Company Limited. Mr. Preku, good morning. I'm sure say, oh, a pa into Oko, baby, I Oko here. So the toothpaste, baby Jamal, it should be Kel. I compare home time engine scene, and also Emma Holding so Kona Aquatia, dear Quanqua, a high nipediano. Friends 020-0342-988 and 020-610-6799. Now, home time engine scene for a dinkitan. 1 Ewo Suyane 6 Stars Pharmacy, 1 is Suyane Municipal Assembly, and a share any munti. One other Monday to Friday, Mpensenpensenmu Jumediano. Edebro, Amankita Hodi to me, Eko Kamakama, Edebro. Central region, because the president, Central region, the submarine man, Central region, one of the finest gentlemen, Central region, a potential presidential candidate, Central region, one of our more finest products, Central region, the accessible man, Central region, the man of the people, Central region, the traditional person, Central region, the humble person. In the person of Kojo Ricketts, Akwaba. Koku Ricketts, Akwaba.
Yeah.
Former Deputy Minister.
Yes, sir.
Finance.
Yep.
Bibia Sheyi.
Bibia.
Good. Good to see you.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah. Good to see you too. You're looking good. And doing a good job. So.
Good. Chairman Kokofu? Bibia, come on.
Adom.
So in Papa Wepa. Central region is in the form.
Papa.
Yeah. More how. Some can say more approach now. More how. One of the pillars are. So me share that election time. Me share that Kojibre. F candidates in now be a strong point now. Ukoma. The Kuomone said your senior mo.
Interaction.
Too much. Obievu to say there. Or so ordinary a being. No say being more. Nyami pejo mono. They forget that. They were once that normal person, and I don't know how he's doing it.
Say politics,
he's done it so well.
People's business.
Yeah.
So if you can't relate with the people, you have no business in politics.
Yeah. He's done it so well.
I only say I NDC for primaries now a serious contender.
Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know.
But that's why I said, or a potential presidential candidate.
See, I don't know. Say, Abia, no one command now within opposite.
Oh, Debbie, but I'm saying, say, baby, bye.
Yeah.
But
it's a gentleman. We are in parliament together.
He will not be wrong, and I say it will not be out of place. Or Kasibia or Tim Pobisa. But for now, it's for him to decide. He's a fantastic gentleman. More Juma was one of the honorable more Juma.
Oh, and you're doing peace. And you're not
but I'm to tune us here.
I've never done it.
Kokofu, anytime I see Kokofu, no man with him is about tradition, culture, it's about the environment and science, And finally, is about the law. So what I say, or an embodiment of a lot of things. But these are the 3 key areas I believe that are interesting in the video. Once I talk about tradition and culture, I'm sure he will be able to respond to some of the news and up on this LGBTQWTYWZ. IHO and system. Before we get to proper conversation, they Adom Kumano, in this case the NDC, almost he put a lot of issues ago this current administration. So I know more for that prescribable and your man nine almost uses this administration a year a bit to me aboa. Amongst them, any back will be almost moving to IMF, but running away from IMF for political reasons. They will throw more light on that for us. And then the state of the economy. Why we have arrived at this point. A kabubro na agu so no ye hu de dia na say hu de dia so na enso ye ni na say we'll have that conversation. And then these issues about the free party Mukrano, that I really want us to just and then come to the recommendations of the IJRA committee, the Omaka SAC MC sanctioned soldier who led operation on the ground, and a lot of issues are up on this matter. So it's just that's all that we needed, and why have lives been lost? And this is the recommendation, plus other matters are up for a report. And the crack, Marif said, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, too much awaited for. We've been waiting too much for this one. The MMDCs and chief directors, chief executives, and the director generals. In fact, the intel that we are getting, all things being equal, any moment from now, the list is dropping. Even though some of us continuously we've expressed our disappointment in this administration, in particular reference to these names, and as a list at these 7 months still we are counting down. Chairman, is not part quickly on this LGBT and the big 8. They say the media say the big 8. Their conversation around it, and then at a point in time, this current president, Nana Dankwa, said there has not been a need to have a conversation around it, but if the need arises, clearly that conversation will be on, and then about Ghana this year, whether it is a plus or a minus for them. And of course, the noise around that conversation, that statement was, he wants this is opposite, or so, say. Now here we are. We have to discuss it and take a position on that matter. Chairman.
My main chairman, brother, former colleague, Parliament. Na so na ahwefo nyina memo machi me ba dwumadi so ache so na me krom pese me krom yeyi eno so ma me na wase na nanom hemfo
yeah
actually yebedi nkom
pacho you
o man yeyi
yeah
yes sa nkomodie what can ye emre bi na nipa nte president ase ba da no kura ho no se sa dwumadi na ekosusum ase na nti ekobusa no sabre no mu anso abre na oto onde obi amfa sa nkomodie no ma nti ye de ne akoka no so onim se bre bi bedu se sa nkomodie onim ne fapem nyina ne se about 2011 there 2010 there about ye late president nyame ne clearance Professor Mills o share say o man ye di nkomo fire 1992 constitution ho ye nyina su say de aye adwuma ache na mredu asese nsachiraye bi ni ade bam some kind constitutional review nti oti committee na constitutional committee no ekọ Ghana afana nyina na ondi nkomo fa ne baby a ehu behia se be sa constitution no ne kopie baby a gay ne lesbian for rights. Now, unya report ni be na read here. 2011 report.
Okay, all right.
Constitutional review report. I think page 627 or so.
Okay.
What's your content na hona ubehu gay and lesbian rights. Na committee ni wie na adwuma nyina reporter or the buy ne say. Omu call randa umbusa Ghana for dodo na ase omu mpe nsese ye de buy emrem. na kakra bi kan say yemfamra yemrem ye constitution mu say omo rights enti ombobo hu wie no omo wie asem kan bia nso a omo ye recommendation no ho omo wie onim de omo kiro omo say eba gay ne lesbian rights a ye nyan ma court no ma court decide ono
isusie no omo gigi a no
sa omo say se eba omo ankasa say omo call round no Ghana for dodo na ase yempe na mom recommendation no mu no mo de abehye ho say se eba san komodie na ye nyan ma court Supreme Court and decide because a matter of human rights very dangerous now when him going forward okay mame oyelita ebra your power no I'm say Professor Mills Aban so and I say President Mahama Aban so your power so me minister for gender and the children affairs so you know the
gender
Yeah.
now call parliament for vetting you be say na sem krona or repeated the na what Constitution Review Commission you know also to her there or no about say gay ni lesbian asema yenyama cause in decide and indeed and only they're thinking of many human rights advocates or system no now we are President Akufo-Addo Pao Honorable Adwo Asafo so uncle the same ministry or converting you beside asem or say no and near mamre near money in sha ntinyadi asese so on baby I me and we had an opportunity at that time say you need o mind didn't come through the committee na ke dia shim when him say one of institution say NDC party no musu omu ba ba mu a be implement sa report
no
it was a promise enti omu ba ba 2017 ye implemented report na then it will mean say a bagay ni lesbian asema enko court do you know what it means e kire say o manu ha ye wo 9 mienu agina so e de ye mra wo man parliament betimi agina ne na so ye mra na achichiri ye nyina court betimi abie na no ye pronouncement na ye mra na achichiri ye nyina and when it comes to court the highest court on the land is Supreme Court the maximum panel is 15 eminent judges jurists judge baako betimi atena so adi asem miensa betimi atena so adi asem enum betimi nson nkron du baako du miensa kopim dunum enti se wosi enyae ma court na eche se court kwatena se ne empanela na de court beka no ayemra na eche se akwati parliament kwati mini anom pete parliament a omkro muni anu yi so enti me very happy pa se enuanom a a free parliament na mo tu sa na mo eche se parliament asserting itself na speaker so aja to me okay wo offer okọ na anu speaker Professor Michael Quay okasi supi say never say ebe top parliament anim say parliament ensusu sa jumedie no ho a parliament be gi atuma na yemrada he says so na nimonyam kanya me say ne obedi na ade na anu onu nsukuta sa agidie no enti die edika pa kese eye say oman no conversation a emre bi na President Akufo-Addo ka ho asem say eba ne ka ese say oman no ye ka ye kire ya adwene ana ye duru hoyi ebra yani a ye wogidie wo Kristosum mu ye wogidie wo Muslimusum mu ye wogidie ewo yani ankasa ye tete ya mamre dwumadie mu na ye de ye nim se sa brabo no nya brabo pa enkire suban pa no ye gidie no ebra ese ye kan asem ni ye gina pintin won a esusu se on de on na de won ho ni na adwene kire no de opeso ye ene opeso de ne ho ye on so betimi aka wan asem na mra se badwam a ho de ye nyina ya na musifo Omemuni nyina 275 constituencies. Yanya nkonya ama obi bia ateso na won na yɛsɛ ba mmara sɛmu a ɔmonom yɛ ne yɛhyehyɛ mmara yɛntu mmara ngu yɛnhyɛ mmara wɔn na ɛyɛ nti wɔn a nwɔtwe no a anya kokoduru ahuradi anim menim sɛ dodoɔ na wɔ hɔ a wɔn nso so ɛfoa dwumadi a wɔn die so anso duru baabi a nyɛ ne nyinaa na ɛsɛ sɛ uyi w'anim pii saa na ebinom hu no fa
okay
nti ɛbra parliament yɛ ahoboa na saa nsusuiɛ no ba beto parliament unim se meto parliament draft no meto parliament ani menim se gazette no bi anne ana ochira ne bi a ebe mature a ebi se what the call press a edi 14 days or so enti menim bra be mature that animanim ya mature e beto speaker anim na senior mrahye bedwan hyehye wo mu ekurikura saa adwumadie no se bedru pempenso a bo hu nkuro no na se beja minia na wa hai na enso makofie order sese de ono simanan honorable Asenso Boachi how ye minister for works and housing ye bantumafo ye wira no onu na ogina mu mayen enim se duru ho a obeba na obeje adwenkyere na afi nkomodie bi ho na sese okokyere ya adwene ho a wakyere amayen. Okay,
so remember but quickly if free me chrome media quickly say Busau. Please ask Mr. Kokofu to make sure that of Kenya's Tutuka area, the people over there, over that particular Tutuka area has been affected by cancer and lack of potable water for their daily activity because of the mining activities, which has affected a dam and the entire community is suffering. Please come to our aid.
Okay. I say I
have Kenya as a Tutuka.
Tutuka.
Yeah.
I have Kenya.
Yeah. So
okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Back to your notice.
And Tempano.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick Ricket, comment on this one now and quick conversations.
Ozikan mfa echia sonkoma o wana washa hen.
Good.
Na me brother honorable mu na cha kakra. I think asama my brother Okan on the issue. And I'm on a group of members of parliament way too on this issue. I think it's in the right direction. I mean, the more you look at this issue, we talk about human rights, but you can't just do what you want because it's your human rights. I mean, we have practices here. When you go to the people who are trying to impose AU on us, they wouldn't admit who those traditions and values. So the same way, obviously to impose also whatever their beliefs are on us, but I think that I've heard the issue about leave it to the court and all that. But what do baby Mbra, court is there to interpret the law, but lawmakers on the law no parliament no way Mbra. I'm happy that the amount of money we too, and I hope that it becomes the law as speaker or happen. I hope that it happens that day. Then we move forward on this issue.
Okay. So, Medase, you are going to help us with these ranking engagements I'm going to introduce you. We started the conversation yesterday. What you seem to achieve in terms of the daily engagements and a quarterly or weekly engagements. The first meeting has come out say Ghana was challenged because of how this administration to esi kasem. Inti ama certain misapplications aba system nim ama Ghana for a kadodo bi abeda yeso enso yentimi hu adeporting aban wo so yi anama odi tu ama makoso aka se ya nhwe ne ya nsesa ne oma se de oman ne kono ye kodichi mu IMF ayonkofa no we can't dodge it but aban we person dodge it for political reasons but ye do one sir. So just give us that clearer picture
Yeah.
Then Kokofu will be able to give us a response to that.
Sure. I think hen oman na kawayaze na bosa ye bono. Or there oye bibia aho hina. Usana wa how hena a china Mpensenpensenmu yintum yinginano. Yeah, forum, ranking forum. I think Honorable Atufosun or the figures in Adina or the Tutoho. The hair corner baby, I say, we could know on your sustainable. Last time we already budgeting, na currently do 291 billion. Says ya, can say a corner do, about 332. At this first quarter, I think you hit 306. Obviously, actually, as a percentage of GDP, to them a economist and one of them the men who in Wakana. Actually, says at the end of when the budget was read, as at last year, they were around 76%. Says we are heading towards 80%. Now, in Bibi Bodwa, here call no nutia or Bayazan. Now, for the simple reason, now at our presentation, ya church sencha yitumi hunde ahwa Bibi Bodwa yentum yentia bosa another kawaya abono. What church there oya nzama otidam zihwa wo GDP pa oya the whole economy na on more proper picture. The revenue or your domestic revenue and our tax revenue gives you a better picture. Now, maybe sheni biano on koyi. Now, say bossa will be ho. Now, nimpa ebon bossa or on your profit because obviously bossa at your interest na zo hono. Nimpa na or bossa na on your fason comes out and tell you that bossa ebon so anhwe ya. This is what came from the World Bank, about a month or so ago. So it's quite worrying. Now, let's take politics out of it because this is something that eventually becomes even a national security issue. Now, now America was over 100% of their GDP. We are not America. America actually one structure. Bosa America for one abana America aban one. About 70% of that bosan or America for nankasan ho. Oye institutional investors, banks, pension, one who create them debt. Only about 30% no outside. In the American government, just by changing nankasan domestic policy, can even work in their favor. Or they easily will roll out Bosana Wabo when it matures. Instead of paying, they can roll it over again.
Because 70%.
Yeah. The structure is different here. Look, it breaks here debt into two, which is the external and domestic now. Yes, external says we do 141.7 billion. External 141 billion cities. And domestic about 149.8 billion. Okay, actually, but okay, domestic switch and external. But there's something happening there that we are not looking at. That 141 external, which is about 48-49%, purely external. But domestic now, let's say about 51%. About 25% of it is still, but the problem is that them when you hear system, it's when you pay them in cities now, those cities they will use it to mop up dollars and take them away because American investor or invest in a local market. If you are to call in cities, it's not going to carry the cities away. They will change it for dollars. So even by paying domestic bond, you create even problems on your exchange rate because the demand on your dollar or the demand on the dollar in the system high. That devalues your currency. And that just by that act also increases your foreign debt because you are paying your foreign debt in dollars. Actually, another thing I say, exporter mainly is yan foreign debt. A chunk, you need about 5 or 6 times of it to be able to service the debt. Into what we are saying that look, we put brakes on this so much borrowing. You know, when you account, we are borrowing, smart. Borrowing is smart, is borrowing to do things. But if borrowing but you are not able to service the debt, as where we are going now, the chunk of money are here to pay to do just our interest payment. It's quite huge. I mean, when you look at the numbers, are you frightening? You know, where interest payment alone, here tax revenue, about 55% of it is what is needed to service just the interest component of our debt. If you look at the total debt service, that's about 72% of our domestic revenue, which means that when you finish servicing your debt, you have nothing else as any development or any infrastructure.
But that's a dangerous situation.
Very dangerous. And yeah, it's not surprising that Abani untum on a lot of infrastructure development, because most of the money as a man is going to pay debt. And as I said, debt na we are paying the debt to people who don't reside here, who don't spend the money here.
And they will put pressure on the city to the dollar.
On the city to the dollar. So whichever you look at it, our debt, external debt, in foreign currency, it's a pressure on us because we don't earn enough. You can export on enough to cover it. When you come domestic, domestic is about 25% of our domestic debt is also not in our hands. You have in the past artisans in Templeton and all those people. Those companies all buy our domestic debt. That one is in cities. But when it matures, whether be it treasury bills or 1-year bond or whichever bond, when it matures, what you can in cities now, they go and mop up the dollars in the system.
Okay, so there are certain recommendations. One, it is that the Akufo-Addo government must be bold to tell Ghanaians, the Ghanaian public, the truth that the economy has been driven into a ditch and will require urgent fiscal measures to pull out from the ditch.
Yeah.
The Akufo-Addo government must seek urgent debt relief from the International Monetary Fund through the newly proposed debt relief initiative, known as the Common Framework for Debt Treatment Beyond the Debt Service Suspension Initiative, which can be likened to HIPIC initiative. Why, are we getting closer or we are there?
Well, we are there. I mean, getting closer. If you look at the graphs that you show with that presentation, when we went to the HIPIC, the numbers we had then, they are almost the same or worse now. So, whichever way, we are at the tip of the cliff. Somebody just need to push us, and we are gone.
So that's why you throw in the caution that
but let me
failure by the Akufo-Addo government to do as recommended within the next 18 months will expose Ghana to high risk of default on its debt service obligations, which will plunge the country into much deeper economic crisis. Now, I'm painting this picture. Very gloomy.
Yeah, let's look at the first issue. The first issue, I say, first of all, abandon or admit where we are. Because if you have a problem, you don't admit that this is my problem, then you can't prescribe even a solution to deal with it. Now, then we brush it on the COVID. Everything is COVID now. But when you look at...
You cannot rule out COVID as part
of the reasons. You can't rule out COVID. But if you want to see the picture clearly, look at pre-COVID and post-COVID and segregate the two. After pre-COVID, before COVID, economy was already in dire strait. Economy was suffering at the time. Actually, he had debt at the time, pre-COVID. We were already there. Now, actually, post-COVID, you can look at and see the difference. That we were already on that direction. It's like, if I should draw it's like, let's take the same COVID and the medical. If you look at this COVID, one of COVID severe or affect one or is severe no. Doctors share and there, those people may have underlying illness. The same with the economy. One in COVID affect one severely, economic wise. Where you grow already in Kasanu, and they have some economic
challenges,
underlying challenges.
Yeah, then abroad because of the underlying challenges we had already.
COVID just comes and takes the oxygen out of you.
Okay, so Kokumesa about but Chamagovu, very worrying because deadlines and timelines are in the submission of the NDC to the MPP administration. In fact, in their concluding remarks, it is now beyond debate based on the data presented that the Akufo-Addo government has completely mismanaged the Ghanaian economy and lost control of the key economic indices. Political considerations are preventing the Akufo-Addo government from taking vital remedial measures to avert total collapse of the Ghanaian economy in just over a year. The people of Ghana need to ask questions and elicit candid disclosures and actions from the Akufo-Addo government to prevent imminent disaster. And finally, we urge the government to demonstrate seriousness in resolving these major problems by announcing convincing measures in the mid-year budget review. What it tells me ordinarily is that you have failed. You've fallen short of upholding the tenets of the economy that will make Ghanaians and our welfare to be well.
You see, he was quick. MP was quick and very smart. So, American put the car. No, America cannot.
But we cannot.
Never. Now, Edru said, yeah, acquire compare. Say, here must say, compare the America and Germany compare Ghana. Never see two where you dear.
A certain interest.
A interest, the over compare favorably. By NC2, their own person over compare. Then no crow woman said, if we are seeing a man in the cat, we are seeing a man in economy.
But that's what they don't want you to hide under.
COVID. Nobody is hiding under. But the reality is there. It's on the ground. Here, Kwame Fred, Jadifua, Omu ko Ejamaso, Eko Dibia, Eko Tony Amagu containers, Simuna Eshipoba. Prices of container freight, Jadifua Nankasa, are increasing 4 times fold. For the first time in the history of a any shipment, container to me short. Oh, China will be a one near Manua, Wakran near Ma, Yadeba Ghana Amano. Now, next line, and now container agent in the ship, I see container short. Bisa wong. It's all world over. I want to near my brain, when you know, I done here. When him say, Ghana, ya the cat said the AK. When him say Ghana, war a Japadie, I have friend state-owned institution enterprises. SOEs. A value 110 billion. Ghana Japadie. State-owned enterprises. Enti, what they cut that much? But we Japadie ekuta woni. No juma daily na ede ball hombra. Yatu e kane ashrein ane ye juma wase. Ane yadi bi ton suo ne yadi bi ye baba. Ane yadi bi ye juma hodo economic activity. Ejina so sustainable. Kwamra it comes with cost. Na anu ayensuo ye bu ye bi ensuo a na twetwetwe na emma na beba na yefi na ya no dem enne ni nyina ye juma. Ni nyina comes with costs. You say your ma or my ma with cost. Ya kwan mi sumi de na osunu de no pani sunu de no fufuru sunu de na ban gusu na kri ni ye de betinya ye de ntimi nye de etu ebi okra wa ye awie no afikra ma ye no na bia nsubrani bi ato na bibi na no so kra san akose no ye gusu a ye niema kakra rewe ye gusu a ye Kumasi International Airport. Now, no ho airport. Yegusu aye sa ban be na ye sa ban be na ye said yen oman no ye bobra ye koyanim and then metie my sister stations ni ba kwase komna atoda bia na me yure fie ho pii tentem as far back ebra oman no be bia na ye wo ka kwan from Kumasi to Nkran from Nkran to Takoradi Kofa Cape Coast Kumasi akwan ni anim said ye na sitie enne me no ye kɔ ni nam East Legon ni nam Westland ni ade ye kɔ hwe asphalt bibia ni nyina comes with cost na no yakɔ bie interchange kɛsie wɔ ha me kura na nwene da sɛ saa kwan no traffic e also kura sɛ na beti pii ana de hwɛ asoman no ye nya nuru ho na wo economy wo running by almost 7% projection. Now all of a sudden, you see we are seeing in Arabia ba. Now Penia project are predicted from Abuja say Africa economies are going to collapse completely. Africa for a here one mobile to the sense say nipe be wu go street so with this COVID. To say once na street so to say once na. If you say your economy is so weak, to me and withstanding the pressures of COVID. That was the prediction. And no ne panic here, but we are saying nipa tuntum Africa. Ni nyina no bia ho popo. Ana Nyankopon a on charge e di akire ehu ye mobo etie ye sufre. Adom ye mpanifo a man mpanifo a aboa dandan ne ma na babisia bedu sam pempenso ayewe. Na binum susun se mponka de ebedie ye de be hye ya no kra na nke yenya betu sabri aduru ananke ye benom na nke kra yenya tafo ne afoforo a omu gina konanimu a wo mo boa ye nyina ye dum wo mu sika sei ye hye won kutupa akatua sei Ghana fo mu nyina enam wesu ntinsuo ka abanse mafa electricity emufa mafa maye bibibia kwana not until see nyina be gi atum ni ebe ye bold ni ebe ka say ye tua the commercial cost of electricity wo man.
But that's what former President John Dramani Mahama said we should start thinking of paying realistic prices. You were in a position no, but you were in a position you used it against the former president say realistic prices you can't there's a dichotomy. One says no more dichotomy in the budget. I don't get it.
What they are granted. So it means that woman in Pese. The only battle to war mean ya can
so it also meant that now was in
Pese and that not covered the mind. Not covered me. That time no not true we are saying. Oh, and the woman in Pese said we are not paying commercial prices. And then I catch you say you will state-owned enterprises. Provided services. Support to yen.
Okay.
And untino say and yes I support to no I wa and come no electricity. You piano double triple.
Okay.
Anka petrol, neto, anka water, insio. Bibi biara. Nanso yeni ani kurukura ye ho kakra no man panic asem bi COVID time o say ye nim senia o man ni sika sem economy no e kofom na ye mra kwan ye befa so a ye betimi akorakora no na mom ye nim senia ye jeja ye ho ne ahwere akra ba kumpo a
okay
ye betimi de na ba wiase
and
yes in the event of this and now remember last one the omuka IMF ne monko ha na sanse unu dey free
adin.
In the event of all that, a man penny for nyina bekagu yewura Akufo-Addo asum. So Papa President of Ghana, Africa, ye a man penny for ewa. Wu na we are say etiewo. Wu na yesuhwu animu a yenusuo ba. Enu nti Papa President Ghana, omodina na ni we are sim penny for need nkuta ho. Na yemfa Africa ye ka ye de nkyeye na ohaw ne amanihunu abai affect your economies no na yentimi san nyina ye naso bio nti o mampani ni Africa mampani fo aka no dwendwene ho de kwa dwendwene mu hu so de mo kan nyansa wo nyanso kra ma dwene ho nti ye kɔ ne ne won kodi nkomo ne yan kan kire won say unfair trade a ekoso na eka Africa hye na me ntimi nya yesika se de yesefata ene yare aba beda ho yi ene ade ema ye economy kɔfo nti yenyan hyehyɛ na ye ka ye de no mu de mo de kye ye no mo hwɛ na mo nye this conversation has been engendered already Africa, African countries, involved.
Okay, so
then you want to say, Baba, ye, o want to say, Nkobodieno, Ebeko ye, and you think you to me can move from whom Jim, no Mexico, way, no one that said the Adamoka.
Okay, so all cricket. Unfortunately, we have 2 minutes to wrap up.
Yeah.
So let's wrap up for us. Yeah.
Am I in? As I want to okay, you know, Bibia by COVID no watching papa po.
Ah no watching so that the pa. Na so father oba no ya the pa aka obi babundi. COVID ba no say obi a ho tonu obi a
COVID.
Everything is COVID.
Yes.
Everything is
COVID.
COVID.
Don't worry.
Na no obuto hene. Nya COVID that you free.
That one I agree.
They say you free wo hene.
Everything is COVID.
You free wo hene.
One and problem.
What you order that we ninja.
And you problem. And you problem.
What you order that 2 minutes be out.
You can never have a solution.
MPA.
And you problem.
Since when I go rap parliament, I just had to be your moment. This all wrong.
Mama can be simple.
Yeah.
COVID
is everywhere.
Or affect Obia.
Yeah.
You
now.
And the economy.
If you look at the deficit across African countries, Ghana here deficit on the COVID was 16%. Compared to your neighbors, now all other African countries,
need sustainable electricity.
They
don't have sustainable
far below.
They don't
that.
have road network.
So if COVID is your argument,
they don't have.
If COVID is your argument,
then you are trying to say that those other countries were not affected by COVID.
No, but they don't have.
Okay, on this note,
they don't have state-owned enterprises that value what
the
you
most
have.
important thing is honorable.
Yeah. We have assets.
Yeah, but you hear problems out to
find
a solution to solve
Why
them.
not?
But don't give excuses all the time for our problems.
On behalf of my team,
no
thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
Honorable Kwaku Ricketts, Honorable Kokofu, thank you so much. I'm here at the chair. Amen.
Amen.